A beautiful Thursday afternoon to you and welcome to News at 2 on the People's Telly, Ogtv. My name is Okpeyemi Adeomi. We'll begin the news with the death of the former governor of Lagos State, Alhaji Lateef Jakande. He reportedly died today at the age of 91. Jakande, popularly called Baba Kekere, brought a lot of development to Lagos as governor between October 1st, 1979 and December 31st, 1983. This was in line with the 5 cardinal programs of the Unity Party of Nigeria, founded by former Premier of the Western Region, late Chief Obafemi Awolowo. In continuation of the ongoing registration and revalidation exercise of the All Progressive Congress, Ogun State Deputy Governor Engineer Noimod Salako Oyedele has urged party faithful to shun violence and embrace peace. Engineer Noimod Salako Oyedele, who stated this after revalidating a membership and flagging off at the GRA Ota Ward 3 polling units in Ado Odota local government, told party members to shun all acts that will bring disorderliness and affect the smooth running of the exercise. The deputy governor added that the responsibility of party members is to mobilize as many people as possible for the exercise, noting that politics is a game of numbers and not a social club.
Of the party. It is also an opportunity for us to get new members into the fold, to persuade our friends, our neighbors, and our kin to come out and join the party. We have people who have joined the party in numbers since we came into government, from other parties, from PDP, from APM, and from ADC. They now have the opportunity to validate that joining of our great party and becoming part of us.
Also speaking, the chairman of the State Membership Registration Committee, Honorable Ademori Kuye, said the exercise was critical towards repositioning the party, urging party loyalists to key into the initiative as well as cooperate with the committee. He added that being a registered party member would open doors of opportunity, especially when it comes to appointments and other benefits. Special Advisor to the Ogun State Governor on Technical Education, Professor Joseph Odemuyiwa, has said that for the country to achieve economic revolution and meet up to world economic standard and practices, it needs to standardize its technical education. Odemuyiwa stated this while on a courtesy call to the Chairman and Chief Executive of Coleman Wires and Cables, Ashiwaju of Remo Kingdom, Dr. Solomon Kayode, on Ofowokon in Shagamu, Ogun State. He said a cross-link between industry and technical institution was the key to developing youths in industrial skills, noting that it would also encourage them to have relevant interest in entrepreneurship and to contribute economically to the society. Odemuyiwa appreciated Ashiwaju Kayode Onofowokon for his previous numerous philanthropic gestures towards the development of education in the state, while seeking further collaboration with his numerous companies for the upgrading of technical and vocational education in order to make industrial sector employable for the youths in the society.
Our technical education is all about skill acquisition. That whatever you might have gone to university to study, you must be skilled, be able to do something. If we just throw to the background the role of artisans in the society, then we are saying we don't want our industries to grow. Because when we need to repair, we need to maintain, we need to assemble. And that is exactly what came to my mind when I was thinking of the philanthropists, the industrialists that we should relate with. And we look at the system of training our technicians and artisans and technologists today is somehow odd, because there is too much of a neglect, a disjustment between the industry and the school. What our students are being taught now are not what is being done in the industry. So we think the industries are our consumers. We want to relate with them so that it's going to be 30% in the classroom, 70% in the relevant industry.
In his address, Asiwaju Kayode Onofowokun hailed the present administration led by Prince Dapo Abiodun for his interest in technical and vocational education. He also encouraged the state government to retrain the current graduates in the vocational education for relevant skills to get them off job hunting, saying that it will build them for a great future. He promised the state that his company would train more graduates on mechanical and electrical aspects of vocation in the state. The Federal Executive Council has approved the establishment of the National ICT Park in Abuja, the nation's capital. The Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Patami, disclosed this while briefing journalists after the Council's meeting. It was reported that the Council also approved the National Policy on Aging. Presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari, the meeting was the fourth for the year 2021 and 33rd to be held virtually since the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic 11 months ago. Efforts at enhancing job creation for sustainable future of the country to different corners as the Council approved the establishment of the National ICT Park in Abuja, first of its kind in Abuja. The park, expected to go up 8.9 billion naira, will be a center where technology will be developed and incubated.
And the wisdom behind National ICT Park is to be a center where all other public and private ICT hubs and centers are going to be coordinated by the federal government of Nigeria, where we identify our young innovators with crazy and disruptive ideas. We mentor them. Government will provide the necessary support they need. We provide the enabling environment for them to come and utilize, and if they come up with any startup, they can be supported by the federal government of Nigeria.
Meanwhile, a new national policy on aging has been approved by the council members from a memo to that effect by the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Saida Umaru Farouk.
A society where older persons are guaranteed security, independence, participation, comprehensive care, self-fulfillment, and dignity. The policy covers the spectrum of issues and opportunities for older persons in Nigeria, older women and men in urban and rural areas, older persons living with disabilities, contributing to the progress of families, communities, and the larger society.
Water Resources Minister Sulaiman Adamu memo for the construction of Damaturu water supply projects in Yobe State was also approved.
Critical needs of these localities within Yobe State. You know, these are areas that were affected by the Boko Haram insurgency several years ago, and therefore we need to support their water supply needs. And of course, you know, this is a very high Sahelian region where surface water is very difficult to come by.
8.43 billion naira is to be expended on what Minister Sulaiman Adamu called solar-based projects covering 3 major cities of Mala, Matari, Rufukalam, and Suzuma, Yobe states. The Senate has asked security agencies in the country to deploy drones and helicopters in forests and other ungoverned spaces to identify illegal camps of armed bandits and crush the criminals. Senate President Ahmad Lawan made this known during plenary while reading the resolution of the upper chamber regarding the insecurity situation in the country. The Senate also asked state governors to implement the National Livestock Transformation Plan in order to prevent farmer-herders conflicts in the country. The southwest region especially has been in the eye of the storm of late over the activities of killer herdsmen who rape, kidnap, and destroy farmlands with their cattle. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, has urged his colleagues to help strip respective regulatory activities. Gbajabiamila opined that the country cannot deny young people the opportunity to open new frontiers. This is coming on the heels of the recent ban by the Central Bank of Nigeria on cryptocurrencies. Gbajabiamila, in his welcome back address, said the House will focus on stripping away such restrictive regulations. Also, he urged his colleagues to stop the proliferation of institutions and NDAS, it's worth nothing that lawmakers are fond of sponsoring bills to establish institutions and agencies as a means of creating employment. According to him, the country is struggling with meeting its financial obligations due to the increment in recurrent expenditures. The House has now adjourned to the 16th of February as part of new measures against COVID-19. The World Health Organization has recommended the using of vaccine developed by University of Oxford and AstraZeneca, even in countries tackling new variants of coronavirus. Some new forms of the virus appears to make vaccine less effective. The WHO also says the vaccine can be used in people aged over 65, which some countries have advised against. It advises spacing out the 2 doses, as is happening in the UK, makes the vaccine more effective. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, has recorded 1,131 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the total number of infections in the country to 142,578. The NCDC disclosed this on its official Twitter handle. Nigeria also recorded 9 COVID-19 deaths, raising the total fatality in the country to 1,702. The 1,121 new cases were reported from 22 states: Lagos 297, FCT 194, Kaduna 83, Kano 59, Oyo 58, Taraba 53, Imo 52, Osun 47, Plateau 45, Edo 43, Akwa Ibom 42, Rivers 42, Ogun 29, Kwara 24, Benue 21, Nasarawa 16, Ekiti 7, Bauchi 6, Delta 6, Bayelsa 4, Sokoto 2, and Gombe 1. The Nigerian Army has dismissed reports of killings of 20 soldiers by Boko Haram Islamic State West African Province terrorists in the northeast theater of Operation Lafiado. The Director, Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Muhammad Yerima, in a statement on Thursday in Abuja, said the information was false. Yerima described the report by an online medium titled "Nigeria Army Keeps Mum" as Boko Haram terrorists killed 20 soldiers in Borno State as false, fake, and baseless. He said the report was aimed at discouraging the public and demoralizing troops on the untiring efforts in its overall fight against insurgency. Yerima said the recent attacks on troops providing insecurity for road construction workers along Gomiri-Kafa on February 5 and on Gidma on February 9 were decisively dealt with. He said that the attack on the troops along the road construction site and the attempt to infiltrate Gidam town by the terrorists were swiftly and professionally cleared by the mobile strike teams and elements of 159 Task Force Battalion. Emirates Airlines has suspended flights from Nigeria to Dubai for 2 weeks until February 28, 2021. It said travelers from both Abuja and Lagos would not be accepted for travel prior to the date, according to a statement issued by the airline. Also, the carrier warned that passengers who have been to or connected through Nigeria in the last 14 days would not be allowed entry into the United Arab Emirates, whether terminating in or connecting through Dubai. Emirates noted that flights from Dubai to Lagos and Abuja would continue at the normal schedules as it urged travelers to contact the airline customer center or their booking agents in terms of rescheduling. And on the foreign scene, senators as Donald Trump's second impeachment trial have been shown new dramatic and graphic video of the day his supporters stormed the U.S. Congress. The footage showed police engaging in hand-to-hand clashes with rioters and desperately pleading for support. Officers ushered politicians to safety, sometimes within meters of the mob breaking into the chambers. Using Mr. Trump's own words and tweets, Democrat prosecuting the case argued he had acted as inciter-in-chief. A two-third majority is required to convict Mr. Trump in the evenly split 100-seat Senate, but an acquittal looks likely as the vast majority of Republican senators have remained loyal to him so far. However, if convicted, he could be barred from holding office again. Nepal has banned 2 Indian climbers and their team leaders for 6 years from mountaineering in the country after an investigation found they had faked their 2016 climb up Mount Everest. Adrinder Singh Yadav and Semarani Goswami was certified by the tourism department at the time. The action against them came when they failed to produce any evidence after Mr. Yadav was nominated for an award. Mr. Yadav and Ms. Goswami are yet to comment. Reaching the top of the Mount Everest is considered to be a shining feat for mountaineers around the globe. In the world of sports, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury could reportedly be confirmed before the end of the month. Managing Director of Matchroom Sports, Eddie Hearn, has stated that although he is getting bored of the constant talk over negotiation, an agreement could be in place by the end of February. The bout, which has been dubbed the biggest in British boxing history, could bring the WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO titles together for the first time ever. Paris Saint-Germain faced a nervous wait to find out the extent of Neymar's injury after the Brazilian was withdrawn during Wednesday Coupe de France clash with Caen. The League One champion kick off their Champions League last 16 tie against Barcelona next week, having fallen at the final stage in 2019-2020. The El Santos and Barcelona forwards started for his side in the Coupe de France as one of the few regular first teamers, as Mauricio Pochettino rotated his XL for the round of 64 encounter. PSG won the match 1-0, but will now face a nervous wait on Neymar's status. It is not the first time Neymar's health has taken center stage ahead of a key European knockout match. To round off the news at 2, unity is strength when there is teamwork and collaboration. Wonderful things can be achieved. You can now watch us live on this platform, Apple, Roku, Facebook and Android devices. You can also watch us live on Ogtv website, www.ogtv.com.ng/live. Many thanks for joining us on News at 2. Good afternoon.